Well, I think we all knew it would get to this point, but I'm gonna say it for anyone who hasn't yet. JK Rowling, Miss Turf Queen herself, is a fucking creep. Y'all, I personally didn't think her obsession with trans people could get that much worse, and yet somehow it has. Just a few days ago, she decided to tweet this to her 14.3 million followers over on Twitter, and it reads, so someone asked her, how are you planning on policing public toilets? And her response is, quite easily, really. Decent men will stay out as they always have, so we can assume all who don't are a threat, given their disregard for women's and girls' safety, privacy, and dignity. Photographing, reporting, and disseminating such men's images online will be a piece of cake. So, like, can we just talk for a minute about how incredibly invasive this is? She is talking about taking photos of trans women and women in general that she and other TERFs don't deem to fit the Eurocentric beauty standard, because let's be real, let's not forget about her obsession with calling cis Olympian Amin Khalif last year trans, and taking photos of them, taking pictures of them in a public bathroom. For any regular person, any normal person, this is f***ing creepy, predatory, disgusting behavior. Full stop, no arguments. It's weird. And honestly, bear with me because I'm about to go on a bit of a rant, but I will never understand how transphobes and TERFs will accuse us trans people of being the worst of the worst when it comes to sexual deviance. And then we have I hate to call her this, but a famous woman openly and actively saying online how she wants to take photographs and pictures of people without their consent in a public bathroom. Like, what? That's wild. That is wild behavior. Honestly, I've asked this once, and I'll ask it 1,000 times because I genuinely do not understand. Miss Rowling and people like you, why are you so obsessed with trans women? Why are you so obsessed with other people's genitals? Why are you obsessed? I don't understand. I don't get it. Because this isn't about keeping women's spaces safe. There are, in fact, studies that show trans women are more likely to be victims of harassment and violence in public spaces rather than being the ones doing the harassing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like taking a picture of someone unsolicited is a form of harassment. And I feel like we also need to talk about the fact that people in general are putting their fear of men onto trans women. If a man wants to go into a women's bathroom and cause harm, he literally just will. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm pretty sure we all know if a man wants to be violent, he just will be. That is an unfortunate reality that we live in. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been fairly emotional about this because it is something that I get very, very emotional about. And I don't think I'm saying this as eloquently as I could possibly be saying it. I am going to use fellow trans content creator Jammi Dodger. I absolutely love him. I'll have his info down below. And his reaction to her tweet, because his response is amazing and I don't think I could say it as well as he is, so. And he definitely says it in a lot more composed way than I ever will.
JK Rowling was asked how she's planning on policing public toilets. She responded with, quite easily really, decent men will stay out as they always have, so we can assume all who don't are a threat, given their disregard for women's and girls' safety, privacy, and dignity. Photographing, reporting, and disseminating such men's images online will be a piece of cake. So firstly, this tweet is literally her advocating for people to take photographs, report, and share those images online of anybody using public facilities that they deem to not be women. Doesn't sound very safe or respectful of privacy and dignity. Also, there's zero evidence that there's any increased risk to cis women when trans women use women's facilities. There is also zero evidence that trans women using women's facilities leads to cis men pretending to be women to get gain access to those spaces. Adding to this, JK Rowling emphatically stating that she does not believe trans women are women, we can only assume that by men that JK Rowling is saying that other people should take photographs of in public spaces, that she actually means trans women, which actually then turns into any woman that somebody might assume is trans. And let's face it, cis women are being increasingly harassed in women's bathrooms because of anti-trans bathroom policies. So great idea, yeah, let's encourage people to take photographs of strangers in public bathrooms, report them, and then share those photographs online of any woman that is deemed to be a trans woman. So if a woman is deemed to be too masculine for a TERF's liking, she deserves to be harassed in a public bathroom? She deserves her images to be shared online? No woman deserves this. TERFs are the ones that are encouraging this kind of disrespectful and boundary-breaking behaviour, not trans people. Trans people just want to use the bathroom. This kind of behaviour just leads to any woman, trans or cis, being harassed in public bathrooms. That's the real threat, because trans women are not a threat to cis women in women's spaces. Anti-trans bathroom policies are unenforceable, ridiculous, nothing but bigotry, and only further harm all trans people and all women.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself. Jamie is 100% right about these kinds of ideas being pushed out are only coming from TERFs and transphobes. Us trans people, we literally just want to be left alone. Why is that so hard for people to do? Like, I would genuinely love for someone in the comments to explain to me, like, this is a genuine question. Why will they not just leave us alone? And he's not wrong about it affecting all women. This is so violating on so many levels. And the fact that Rowling feels confident and comfortable enough to say this kind of rhetoric to millions and millions of people is simply wild behavior. She's been going on this TERF and transphobe crusade for the last 7-8 years now. You would think at some point she would just stop talking about it. And now she actively wants to see pictures of trans women in bathrooms. Like, Miss Ma'am, do you like how trans women look? Like, is that like at this point I'm trying to think why. It's so I don't even know. And she thinks we're the creepy one? Like, ma'am, no. We're not taking photos of women in bathrooms. We're just trying to pee. This isn't about safety. This isn't about privacy, because she's actively encouraging people to take photographs of others who aren't consenting to it, which is literally interrupting the safety and privacy of every single woman in that bathroom. Ugh, God, I don't even know how to end this video, honestly. Because it's just insane to me that this is something that's even being said in online spaces or being shared in online spaces in 2025. Just so everyone knows, this is the same kind of fear-mongering and rhetoric that they used to use for gay men. And I just can't wait until we get to the point where people stop demonizing queer and trans people and realize we're just people. We all just want to be left alone, to live our lives, to be happy with who we are, and be able to have access to the care that we need. That's it. That's all. And the fact that she's using her Harry Potter revenue to fund anti-trans bills and legislations within the UK just shows you how wildly and obsessively she actively thinks about trans people on a daily basis. I'm pretty sure she thinks about trans people more than trans people think about trans people. I don't know. It's weird. And it's so creepy. And I don't get it. I just don't understand, and I don't think I'll ever understand. And it just feels like they're perpetuating the sexualization of trans women. Like, you're literally taking pictures of women in bathrooms. Like, bro, please, like, what? I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I know I was smiling and making somewhat light of it throughout the whole thing and laughing, but honestly, this is such a serious situation. If I wasn't laughing, I would be yelling, because this isn't okay. It's not okay that she still has this platform. It's not okay that she's still able to say these kind of things. Like Jamie said, it hurts all women. This hurts everyone in that bathroom. Even if you're blurring out their faces, it's still non-consensual and it's not okay. And why trans women are just trying to go to the bathroom and that's it. And like he said, it's gonna hurt cis women as well who are not as gender conforming. And just please don't take photos of people in bathrooms. It's weird and it's creepy, and it's not trans people saying this. It's literally transphobic people saying this. I don't get it. We just want to live our lives for the love of God. But yeah, so please let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully my next video will not be like this. But yeah, thank you all again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.